also taught educational technology. If you had that class in Skills for Success. We also have Mrs. Mickley, who teaches history and career education, Mr. Christman, who teaches pre-algebra and PACE math, Mrs. London, who teaches language arts and PACE reading, Mrs. Johnson, who teaches language arts and advanced language arts, Mrs. Skibicki, who teaches science and advanced science, and one of these teachers on these lists are more than likely also your homeroom teacher. And if I missed anything there that we teach or that we do, sorry, we wear a lot of hats. But this is Team Extreme. I know that some of you may have another teacher, maybe a different teacher for math or one of your other classes, but for the most part, we all are together on Team Extreme. And this is our mascot, Olivia. She's an extreme sports octopus, and she's surfing. So I thought it would be fun to look at some extreme sports. And you guys check the check mark or the X if this is an extreme sport that you would do. Skydiving, jumping out of an airplane with a parachute. Is that something, if you had the opportunity to do it, would you do it? And if you have already done any of these before, let us know in the chat pod. Miss London's like, not just a red X, but absolutely not, no. I'm going to go ahead and put my green check mark there because I think it's really something I would like to try someday. I would be terrified, but I'd really like to try it, believe it or not. All right, I'm going to clear the check marks. We have a lot of them here, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and clear the check marks. Let's look at the next one. Base jumping. This is like skydiving. Oh, Carly's doing it. This is like skydiving, but it's actually jumping with a parachute like you would out of a plane, but off a fixed object, like jumping off a building or a bridge. This one I'm going to have to go with no as well. I see a lot of you are going no. Oh, a couple brave ones here that say that they would do it. Awesome. I would be afraid to do it because of the landing. I mean, it's hard enough, being scared jumping out of an airplane, but usually you have this big empty field. Who knows what you would land on doing this in the middle of a city? Oh, Ms. Johnson doesn't like heights. Well, off a bridge, if there's water under you, that's a good one. Well, here's the next one, jumping off a cliff and into the water. This one, though, does not, and oh, sorry, let me clear the X's and, okay, go ahead again. So this one is jumping off a cliff and into the water. So you don't have that parachute, but at least you have that water for that soft landing. This is something, kind of iffy about. I feel like the parachute gives you that cushion. Yeah, you land in the water, but look at all those rocks. If you don't jump far enough out, I would just be afraid of hitting the cliff. Yeah, done that, but not off a steep cliff. Wow, Mr. Christian has done cliff jumping. I'm very impressed. Nice. All right, let's get away from those heights. What about body surfing? Kind of like that regular surfing that our octopus Olivia was doing. But I guess she used a smaller board. Seems like it's more like a kind of a boogie board, doing that like extreme surfing with a smaller board. Something that, oh, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to clear the X's. Let's try that again. Go ahead. Is bodyboarding something that you would do? I think it's something that I might want to try. I'd be afraid of sharks and other creatures out there in the water, but there were lifeguards around and people to swim out and save me. I think I would try it. Look at you guys. Great. A lot of you aren't voting. Are you there? All right. No red X's on this one. We'd all try that. Awesome. How about extreme whitewater? Now, this is being in a canoe or a kayak like in this picture, but in like, not just this nice quiet stream, but kind of like whitewater rafting where there's rapids, but you're in that smaller canoe or kayak. Done whitewater rafting many times. Nice. Defying gravity, rafts, your mom's done it. Yeah, in a raft, very different, but in a kayak or canoe, that's what makes it extreme. Looks like kind of there's mixed votes here. Most of us wouldn't, but a few of you either have or would try it. This one's a little more tame, jet ski. I bet a lot of you have actually done a jet ski before. I never have. I've actually never had the opportunity to do a jet ski, but this is for sure one that I would do. I would be afraid at first, making sure I knew how to control it, that I wasn't wiping out on the turns, but this one seems fun. Look at that. All green check marks. Nice. All right, kite surfing. This is one I actually hadn't heard of. It seems kind of cool. It seems like it would be hard to really control, and, the kite dives down in the water, and then what do you do? How do you start all over again? I'm not exactly sure how this works, but it looks pretty cool. So look at that. A lot of you would try it. Seems a little less dangerous than some of the other ones, maybe. but kind of hard to control. So I think this would be a good challenge. I think I would try that one. YOLO, there you go. You only live once, why not? All right. Extreme motorsport. This is, motorcycling, but off-road. So you're going through dirt and mud and rocks, a little more dangerous than just driving down the road in a regular motorcycle, going a lot faster, taking those corners. But if you wipe out, at least you've got that mud. Well, a lot of people would not do it. See a bunch of you who would, though. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I'm not really big into motorcycles. But this one seems like it would be fun if I could go slow. I wouldn't want to do it as a race. All right, how about extreme biking? So not just riding your bike, but having those ramps and flips and stuff. I don't know that I would try this one. But, if I had somebody who could train me, who knew what they were doing and could show me how to do a couple little wheelies and flips and stuff, I don't know. Seems like it'd be kind of fun. Oh, Lynn Lee, you obviously love Oreos. That's what I'm going to think of when I see YOLO from now on, because I totally obviously love Oreos. I love it. Double stuff. All right, skateboarding, pretty mild. Most of us have just kind of been on a skateboard, just headed down the sidewalk. But this question is, would you do the skateboarding on, like, the half pipes and doing all the flips and everything? So think of it that way. It's extreme skateboarding. I'm not coordinated enough to really go on the skateboard just down the sidewalk, so I would probably break my head. And this crazy kid is not even wearing a helmet, so that's really insane. I don't know if that's Tony Hawk or who that is there, but crazy. All right, without further ado, and thank you so much for playing, guys, we are going to go ahead and get into our award ceremony, which is what you're all here for with your butterflies, wondering, what kind of award that you got. So we're going to go teacher by teacher, starting with Miss London, and we're going to pass the mic. And on to you, Miss London. Wait, I'm sorry. Jay, Mr. Chrisman is saying, let's all practice applause. Great idea. Thank you. Right under the list of names, and especially important because we have some parents here who aren't maybe used to going to live lessons. You can see that clapping hand. We definitely want to applaud for our peers. I am leaving the chat pod on so that you can put in comments. If it's you that we're talking about, you can say a little something in the chat pod. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to cheer on your classmates. Okay, sorry about that. Go on, Ms. London.
Good afternoon, guys. Can you hear me? Hopefully, can you give me a smile if you can hear me? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Fox. That was fun. I guess I'm not as brave nearly as I thought I was. I wouldn't do much of those things. But anyways, I just want to congratulate all of you guys on a great year. This is very fast year. Definitely, you're moving on to 9th grade, and I wanted to congratulate you. My first award is for a star student, and Clayton McCall. He's not here, I see, but he has worked hard all year long and just done everything he was asked of, and very, very hard-working student. So Clayton McCall is definitely our star student. Congratulations, Clayton. Thanks for the applause, guys. Our next star student, again, working hard every single day, attending all live lessons, coming and doing exactly what he needs to do each and every day, and just working his hardest. Miles Whaley, congratulations. You're such a star student. You do everything you are asked to do each and every day. Congratulations, Miles. Our next star student, Chloe Douglas. Chloe has gotten straight A's this entire school year. She comes to every single live lesson. She is somebody that gets her work turned in on time, does all her work as perfect as can be, and she's just definitely a star student. So yes, I skipped one, sorry. I teach a class called PACE, Value Paced Reading, and the PACE requirements are very different than some of the other classes. Each and every week, these students are required to come to class Wednesday mornings, and they have different things that they need to do, and sometimes it gets a little difficult, but these students are PACE superstars in my book. They come and do everything they need to do each and every week. So my first PACE superstar is David Coral. David, congratulations and thanks for doing everything you needed to do this school year. My next PACE superstar is Maribel Sanchez. Maribel joined PACE late in the year. She came the second semester, and she just came right in with a bang. She did everything she needed to do, got a perfect score in PACE, and definitely I appreciate everything that you did. Congratulations, Maribel. Brittany Mello is another PACE superstar, and again, just like Maribel, she joined PACE second semester. She came in, did everything she needed to do, ended PACE with a perfect score. Congratulations, Brittany. And we're back to one of our star students, Miles Whaley. Everything that he needed to do, perfect score in PACE as well. Excellent job, Miles. Congratulations. Brandon Cianfroni. Congratulations to Brandon. He got my second semester turnaround award. Brandon had a few medical issues the first semester. He was out of school for a while. He had a lot of things that, he needed to make up. The first semester was a little bit of a struggle. The second semester, boy, did he turn it around. Brandon, congratulations. I am so proud of you. I know that you worked hard this semester, and boy, did you do a great job. Congratulations, Brandon. And now to my funny man, Liam Wesley. Liam, you just made me laugh through in and throughout. Each and every week in PACE, you just brought life to the class. He is just our funny man. And the comedian award most definitely goes to Liam Wesley. Congratulations, Liam. And now on to Mrs. Kubicki for our science. Thanks, guys.
Hi, guys. So glad you're here. So on to my awards. The first one goes to Neal Gallagher for the Above and Beyond Award. Neal and his dad did some of the most amazing things with some of our experiments. They really did some interesting stuff that even I may not have thought of. And so they really took the science to another level. So congratulations, Neal. And thank you and your dad for teaching me some interesting things this year. Next is Lisna, you get the Enthusiasm for Science Award. You have just been so excited about everything we've done. You came out when we did our Science Day here in Orlando, and you are so just thrilled about being there and loving what we were doing and the labs that we were doing. You've been so much fun, such a happy person to work with. So thank you. I have had so much fun with you this year. Next is Sean. Sean, you get my Out of the Box award. Because Sean, you would come up with questions during a live lesson that were related to the topic, but were kind of out of the box and not the usual questions that students would ask. So you asked some really cool things, and it was pretty fun to have you in the live lesson. And my next one goes to Shanna Kutcher, who gets my Science Explorer Award. Shauna, you sent me the most interesting emails this year. You sent me pictures of things, asking what they were, and really exploring science in your own environment, not limiting your science to what your lessons were, but really exploring it in your own environment, what was surrounding you. And that was so exciting to me that you asked questions about things that were just what you were noticing in day-to-day life. So that was such a great thing for me to see. So proud of you. That was awesome. And now it's Mr. Christman's turn. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being such amazing science students. I have loved having all of you. Congratulations.
I think all of you are awesome. But I was able to do that, so I am going to go ahead and get started. I know 2 of my people are here. Okay. All right, Sean Flick. Sean, you have been such a pleasure to have in live lessons this year because you are never afraid to speak. You always give Chaudhary. It's been a pleasure, very creative and entertaining in his writing.
Flick, you get another award for the best participant in history live lessons. Sean is always the first student to raise his hand, to ask a question. I really believe that Devise is going to be very successful because she's always prepared. She's well-rounded. She always comes to class or to answer a question. In group work, she participates mature and articulate, and he has an excellent history. And on her portfolios, she would combine these two.
Fox. My awards are a little bit different. As advisors don't like to pick up the phone to call their teacher. You might send a little webmail or figure that go over some things with you, see how things are going, talk with you about your classes. But Cheyenne is just always someone who's very positive. When I really stuck it out during a really difficult year. And it's not coming just from me, Mrs. Fox. This next award comes from our all the teachers